Alright guys, I got something new for y'all to check out here. Okay, so I have been looking for new zombie games because honestly, I love zombie games. There's nothing better than taking out some stress, on an undead freak. Well, I thought I had them all, or at least the ones that I wanted to own. So I was looking through Wikipedia's list of zombie games page or whatever it's called. And I found this one called Flesh Feast for the PC from the mid 90s, 97 I think maybe. And I looked it up on Amazon right away, expecting it to be like $60, but it was four for a complete copy. So I'm like, all right. So I went and bought it the next day, and I just got it in the mail today. And this is just a manual, Holy crap, does it look awesome. First off, I hate this guy. He is gross. It's even grosser if you see him in person. I always have the CD case sitting upside down because trust me, he is freaking gross. Alright, so then you look on the back here. This is like Night of the Living Dead 1990 stuff right here with the moon and the graveyard and it's night, the dark scenery, the reds. That chainsaw right there is particularly awesome too. But so right off the bat you're like, holy crap, does this look awesome? And then you got the disc. Well, I'll just close it here. You got the disc with the same design, and you turn it around. Not very interesting, except for a dude getting his head eaten off. But I'll just read this off quick. Send the deads back to their graves again. Your heart is racing. Your heart is racing. Your adrenaline is screaming. I I'm going too fast here. The dead have come back to life and are running wild and feasting on human flesh. To find a way to stop their gruesome atrocities and sheer mind-bending horror, you must think strategically, fight fiercely, or else be eaten alive. And game features cinematic storyline with 14 levels of carnage and multiple subplots. I'm thinking that's almost like a publicity thing to sell it, but I really don't know. Two modes of play simultaneously direct the actions of four characters or fully control the actions of one character. I might just let my teammates die every mission and just let me do it because there's only four reviews for this game, and they all range from mediocre to bad. There's nothing on this game on the internet except for four reviews and five screenshots. So I went and bought it going off that, and it sounds like the teammates are just straight up stupid. So whatever, just kill them off right away. Um, Over 50 weapons and dozens of gruesome death traps. That sounds cool, and my phone just went off, so I don't know if that's gonna be in the video, but if you hear a droid, that was my phone. Um, these gruesome death traps sound interesting, but we'll just have to see. I haven't seen anything on it. I haven't even played it yet. Um, Killer single player action plus multiplayer modes for up to 8 players. This has Heat.net plastered all over it, so this was obviously supposed to be a multiplayer aimed game, especially with all your teammates. Heat.net's not even around anymore. Neither is 10 or any of that. I think there's one called Kali or something like that too. They're all gone, so forget about multiplayer. And then just talks more about Heat.net and LAN and all that. LAN party, guys. Okay, so then you start looking more into the menu. See what do they tell you in here. Um, just telling you the system requirements, story, blah blah blah. The story isn't all that good. It's just pretty much any zombie story. You just gotta kill the zombies, survive, and find out what happened. Um, I found this very interesting, but very this is very weird to say the least because I'm reading this as I go, and I skimmed it before, but now I'm like starting to look at it more. In the README, there's a walkthrough for the entire game. Is it really that hard, or were they like, we know no one's gonna buy this game, let's just give them a walkthrough? I don't know, but I'm just gonna list off the levels quick. You have graveyard, town, farm, shopping mall, airport, hotel, sports complex, hydroelectric plant, docks, laboratory, security forces base, hospital, and the Nasat factory. I'm guessing the Nasat factory is like the place that the zombies are created. I don't know. But I found right off the bat a lot of these levels to be homages to past zombie movies. So like Graveyard, Night of the Living Dead, Farm, Night of the Living Dead, Shopping Mall, Dawn of the Dead, Hotel. I never knew in the beginning of Dawn of the Dead, is that a hotel or an apartment building? But guess, either way, they're pretty much the same thing. So Dawn of the Dead for hotel. Um, Sports complex. That sounds interesting. Like I don't think that's linked to anything that at least I've ever seen, but that sounds interesting. Um, I know one part of the game you go to a tropical island, so I guess you could link that to Zombie from 1979. Um, I'm guessing that the NASAT factory, laboratories, and security forces base are like a Day of the Dead. Um, Airport ought to be interesting too. So then it just talks about your team members, strategy on the game, The Walking Dead, and I found that interesting because when I got this game, when I opened it up and I started reading it, I had The Walking Dead on. I DVR'd the marathon from Sunday, so that's that. This is really, really weird. I at least in my opinion. They talk about there are over 50 weapons. Ooh, we got over 50 weapons, and that was, if there is over 50 weapons, that was pretty good for mid 90s. But in the manual, they only give you axe, bat, chainsaw, shotgun, spade. I mean, those are all pretty much standard zombie game weapons, except for the spade, which is pretty much just a shovel. I mean, why didn't they give us more? And it says you can find a full list in your README text. Well, I'm not gonna be opening my README text right now because I gotta go downstairs, I gotta set up the old computer, then I gotta install it, which I'm not gonna be doing today. But I will be getting gameplay of this footage up, and the footage of this game's gameplay up in the next couple days. So be on the lookout for that because it's gonna be the first gameplay ever put onto the net as far as I'm concerned or seen. Um, you got Agent Williams in here, which I'm guessing just by his appearance is a reference to House of the Dead, and possibly the name is a reference to the movie Dead Heat, starring Treat Williams, who was a cop who gets turned into a zombie. Uh, they're showing the HUD here, and there's a submachine gun like a Mach 10. Um, Not much else except for in the programming credits they have the family cat. So I'm guessing that's a name for someone, or they just threw the cat in there and alright. Whatever. Um then they have in here probably a reference to John McClane, and it's obviously inspired by Bruce Campbell, but Steve McClane, he kinda looks like Campbell. And then the chainsaw doesn't help either. So I'd be definitely willing to guess that that's a reference to him. So be on the lookout for more of this game in the coming days because I'm excited to play it. I know pretty much nothing about it, and that just pretty much wet my whistle. I really want to play this now. So be on the lookout for gameplay for sure. It won't be anything special. It's gonna be recorded with a camera. I don't think I can even put Fraps on that computer down there. It's so old. So, but at least it's gameplay. At least I'm getting it out there. So, just be on the lookout. Thanks for watching.